Hey, Lakeview Church, this is your Thursday Advent devotional for Thursday, December 17th, 2020. What I wanted to do today is simply share with you one of my favorite Christmas passages. And it doesn't come from Matthew or Mark or one of the birth narratives of Jesus. Rather, it comes from John chapter 1. Let me just read that for you. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things were made through him, and without him was not anything made that was made. You notice the way John describes Jesus here. First of all, he calls him the Word. That's something that's a word that both Gentiles and Jews would be familiar with. Now, the Jews would associate that with the powerful Word of God that goes forth from the mouth of God and accomplishes God's will. The Gentiles would have recognized that as the logic or the inner workings of the universe that keep things going all around us. They both would have had some understanding of Logos as something supernatural, something beyond them, something that was far greater and grander than humanity. And John picks up on that and he says, in the beginning was the Word. And notice he says the Word was with God. So in the beginning, that is in eternity past, the Word was with God, was alongside God. He's distinct from God the Father. And then he goes on to say, though, that the Word was God. So this Word is eternal. This Word is distinct from God the Father. Yet at the same time, this Word is God. He is everything that it means to be God. He lacks nothing that makes one deity. And it says, he was in the beginning with God, and all things were made through him. That is, he is the agent of creation himself. Now, at this point, the original readers, Jew and Gentile alike, would have read this and agreed, okay, there's a Word in the past, in eternity past, that's great. But then the scandalous part comes in with John chapter 1, verse 14. Let me read that to you. And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. That word flesh is the word sarkos. And in the first century world, something that is eternal, something that is beyond us, something that is outside the realm of our existence, like the word, the logos, would not be associated with sarx. That is this human flesh, what is frail, what is temporal, what is passing. And so what John is doing is he's taking something that everyone kind of can agree on and turning it all on its head to describe what happened at the incarnation of Jesus. The Word, the eternal God, who is with the Father in eternity past, who is the agent of creation, stepped into creation itself, and he took on flesh. Now, this is encouraging to me here in the holiday season for a couple of reasons. So, for one, the holiday season is often one that is busy, busy, busy. There are lots of things to do, lots of things to buy, lots of places to go, and to be reminded that God himself took on flesh, that is what is frail, what is fragile, is a reminder that God is well acquainted with what I endure here in this world, whether it be sickness, whether it be being tired, whether it be stress and anxiety, whether it be struggling with relationships, whatever the case may be. God himself is well acquainted with that because of the incarnation of Jesus. Another way this passage encourages me is it reminds me of how much God truly cares for his creation. He was willing to not just get his hands dirty, but to step into the dirt itself, to become like the dirt itself, if you want to make that analogy, and to step into our human existence, our human world. And then finally, my favorite part of this whole passage, it comes at the end of verse 14, where he says, the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, and we have seen his glory as of the only Son from the Father. that is in this person of Jesus, when we look upon him, when we truly look to him with the eyes of faith, we will see a glory there. And it's a glory that can have no other explanation other than this is one from God. This is one who is God. We can't blame this glory on money. We can't blame this glory on fame or political power or anything else. When we look at the person of Jesus, we see glory, and that can only come from one place, that is from the Father. And so during this Christmas season, my prayer for my own family and for us as Lakeview Church is that we would be encouraged by the incarnation of Jesus, encouraged by the fact that he knows where we are, whether it's in our anxiety or in our stress or in our tiredness or in our being and feeling stretched thin. No matter where we are, Jesus knows that because he has taken on flesh himself. Not only that, but when we look at him, we can see a peculiar glory. So my prayer is that we would look upon him and that we would see the glory of God revealed in him, and that our hearts would erupt with love for him, with joy in him, and with peace in who he is for us. Have a great week, Lakeview. Can't wait to worship again with you on Sunday.